for your checkup. Time for your checkup. I'm gonna check your ears, check your eyes, find out how much you've grown. Time for your checkup. I'm gonna listen to your heartbeat.
Welcome to week 12 of the Tonto's Demise podcast. I'm Hillbillies on PCP, Tonto Bowl 6 champ, sitting here with
Matt Detling, Tonto Bowl 1, Tonto Bowl 3, and...
The champ is here! The champ is here!
How'd you change your voice like that?
Very deep, Brian.
The champ is here! The champ is here!
All right. You want to enjoy every single second of this, huh?
Darn right I do.
You're not out.
Just letting all you know,
Yeah.
all you suckers.
You're not out, man. You're still in it.
That's right.
A lot of
Even though people don't think I am.
No, I mean...
My team is a walking queue.
walking
queue
queue.
on
That's
the
good.
matchup.
That's good. It is. Mine is too, man. A lot of queues out there.
Yeah, but mine are legit.
What do you mean yours are legit? Mine are legit.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
Yeah, we'll get into that later. Yeah, a lot of cues that are real. A lot of real cues.
Freaking cues, man.
Yeah.
Some quaaludes. Starts with a Q.
Quincy Jones. That's the first cue I could think of.
Quincy Jones. What?
No.
Hey, Rashida Jones. Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
I just wanted a Q.
No cue in there at all.
What do you think of Quincy Jones? I think of Quaaludes. We have very different lifestyles.
Very different. Anyways, that intro song was played because Detling and Nola they're starting a band, and I couldn't pull Detling away from band practice to start this freaking podcast. Some of us work tomorrow.
It's going to be amazing. We got a light show. She's the lead singer. She has a microphone. I only have one drumstick at the moment. I got to find the other drumstick. But I was keeping pretty good rhythm.
I heard you. It wasn't bad.
We were doing her stomps sort of thing.
Yeah.
It was almost like My Chemical Romance Black Parade with the bang on the drums.
Maybe a little White Stripes. You're like Meg.
Yeah. I'm Nola's Meg. Yeah. I was actually playing on the drum set. Kind of reminded me, now that I think about it, of a drum set like Vince made for the girl's daughters. What's her name? Skellahor, Emily.
Yeah.
Very nice woman. Sometimes, but yeah, he made the drum set out of like a couple buckets.
I remember.
Yeah, and stuff, and it was pretty cool.
I forgot about that.
So yeah, I was like, I had like the professional drum set.
Yeah. Nice. All right, well, let's get this show on the road here.
Okay. Do it.
Unfinished business.
I feel like there's a cat around here. I don't know what's going on.
There's a cat. He's circling you.
Oh, you're getting circled like a shark.
That's right.
Jeez.
All right. Do you want me to go first? For unfinished business?
Yeah, you can go with unfinished business.
Well, I'll go first.
Oh, you have a little there.
No, this is nothing.
Oh.
This is just the
Just a
show
piece of paper.
notes. I want to jump right into where Craig left off, and we'll go into real football before we get to fantasy football. And I thought, because that end of the Steelers game was so epic, I feel like it deserves a little bit of discussion.
I feel the same way.
I did
Funny,
not
we
see
didn't
it.
discuss this.
Yeah, I did not see it live.
I saw it live.
I went to bed when there's 3 minutes left because there's no chance of them coming back.
Right. I
I
rewound it like 5 times. I
that
couldn't
game
believe
was
it.
so awful, and Rudolph played. He was like the biggest chump. 4 picks. I mean, I think 3 of them were just completely his fault.
In his defense,
Yeah.
he doesn't have anybody.
No, but he doesn't. He wasn't throwing it anywhere near the receivers. They said there maybe have been some miscommunication. I don't know if that's true or
Like
not.
Neil O'Donnell in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, maybe.
2 interceptions because Andre Hastings ran the right route and he didn't connect at the right time.
That's possible because you got your third string receivers out there, so it's very
It's a timing
possible.
route.
But I feel like that detracted from how bad the Steelers played.
And how well the Browns played. Well, dirty, but also a win.
Yeah,
Felt like a loss in the
it
locker
seemed like they had to have pre-planned before the game started. Like, hey, we're taking these players out. We're headhunting tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if they had bounties.
I wouldn't be surprised either, to be honest. Yeah.
And maybe that was part of why what happened at the end of the game happened. Maybe they said, if you get somebody's helmet off, that's an extra, $20,000. I don't know.
It's like back when they did that to Brett Favre.
What, pulled his helmet off? I don't know.
No, they went bounty hunting.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
I think it was New Orleans.
It was New Orleans.
Yeah. That I thought Minnesota was going to win the Super Bowl that year, to be honest.
Well, anyways, this particular thing, I have two feelings about it. One, Myles Garrett should be suspended for the rest of the year, without a doubt, and probably into next year, because you just can't try to kill somebody who's defenseless, without a helmet on.
Right.
But, Craig was sticking up for Mason Rudolph a lot. I
didn't think Craig was sticking up for Mason Rudolph. He was saying he's like, I don't like him.
Oh yeah. He said he didn't like him. That's true. Yeah, you're right. His smug attitude, but
right.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But I don't care about what he says or how he talks about it. But I think that he not Craig, but
okay.
not Craig, but Mason. How he talks or how he feels about it. But like this is the point that I had disagree with Craig on. He said that he didn't believe that Mason was trying to rip his helmet off. I do. I mean, there is nothing else that he was trying to do. There's nothing else you can interpret that as is him trying to rip his helmet off. I watched it a few times, and it wasn't like at first I was like, maybe his hand got stuck. No way. He was trying to rip that helmet off. Now, I get he was angered because it was a late hit and he was laying on him, but you can't try to rip somebody's helmet off, even if you're frustrated. I don't know.
People do it all the time.
Do they?
Yeah, there's constant things where I see somebody's trying to take the helmet off, but they never really succeed at it.
Yeah.
And then they get pushed away real fast.
I don't see it that often, to be honest with you.
No? Well, I remember.
I think it happens, just not often.
There was a time where the New Orleans guard was this while back, long white guy, long blonde hair, took the guy's helmet and ripped it off his head. Yeah. Then instead of I think I said this before, instead of trying to hit him with it, he took the helmet and just chucked it the other way 30 yards.
I remember that.
Kyle Turley or something.
And Myles Garrett, that's what he should have done. Yeah. I don't fault him for ripping his helmet off. I don't. Because, hold on. One thing. Okay. When Mason Rudolph tries to rip his helmet off, Myles Garrett, in my opinion, has every right to rip his helmet off. But he doesn't have the right to try and kill him. Right. Chuck his helmet, do whatever you want, but don't try and hit him over the head with it.
Well, the point of view for me was, the helmet and the fractions, who knows what else. First of all, Myles Garrett is a dirty player. He's
been proving that this year.
Yeah, he quite possibly ended Trevor Simeon's career.
Okay.
No flag was called, and he drove him into the ground, broke his ankle, and nothing. I was I couldn't believe it. I was he should be thrown out of the game for that, because it was blatant roughing the passer and late hit, and following through. Yeah. But there's been other things too. But so Mason Rudolph tried to rip the helmet off, but then you see Myles Garrett grabs the face mask, and it was this is if I could compare it, it would be like Gags throwing you around. You know what I mean? Like a pin doll or a rag doll.
Do we have to use me in this example?
You're the skinniest person in the room. So Gags grabs you and just you can't do anything about it. You're just gonna get tossed left and right. And that's what it was with he grabbed you saw him yank Mason Rudolph off the ground twice or two or three times to get the helmet off finally.
And
that was a little excessive.
And Mason Rudolph is a big dude.
In my opinion, Mason Rudolph is since he looks like Sidney Crosby, sort of.
He does, actually.
He's what Sidney Crosby would be if he had 5 more inches on him.
Yeah.
And could actually throw a football.
Yeah.
But in my mind, Sidney Crosby would be the MVP of the league in football.
Yeah.
But that's what Rudolph is to me. So, but I mean, what can you say? It was egregious. Here's my deal. And they said this about the suspension. An NFL football helmet weighs about 6 to 7 pounds. Mm-hmm. A brick weighs 5 pounds.
Was that right? Wow.
Yeah. So you think of it like that. You're trying to. If you hit a guy, if I hit you in the head, in the side of the head with a brick, I'm going to jail.
Yep.
That's assault.
Yep.
So
they, in my opinion, they should have arrested him.
They said on the thing if it was in Pittsburgh, who would have made it out of the stadium.
Yeah, they should have arrested him at least to question him, interrogate him, whatever, and just maybe not put him in jail every night, but he should have been at least arrested temporarily. Because that's ridiculous. Because just imagine if he had actually hit him with the brunt of that helmet, the crown of it. It would have been blood for sure. He would have been knocked out, guaranteed.
Second time this year.
Guaranteed, he would have been knocked out. But yeah,
Well, then you saw what happened today.
I don't know what happened today. Oh yeah.
That he called him. Said that he called him probably a racial slur, which he assumed to be the N-word.
Yeah.
And like all the Steelers offensive line was like, absolutely not. Like they were all there.
Yeah.
I'm sure Marquise Pouncey was right there the whole time. Like so, I believe them. I believe Mason Rudolph.
Me too.
I think this is Myles Garrett just trying to get his sentence, like because he's not getting paid salary, not getting paid anything while he's out of the league. Guess what? You got bills to pay, son. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden you realize I'm an idiot. I'm trying to get back in as fast as possible. I brought my parents.
Did he really?
To the hearing or whatever it was. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
You bring your parents to a hearing?
And this is the first...
You're a grown man.
Yeah, I was listening to the radio. They said this is the first time this has ever been mentioned that a racial slur was involved. They said even a lot of the Browns players were shocked by the statement. And like Mayfield, a few others on his team who were like on the actual defensive line, like they didn't know that he said that. So...
Right.
For Mason Rudolph to be like, what did he whisper it in his ear?
Right.
You know, and if he did say it, Myles Garrett would have mentioned it probably post game.
I would, yeah.
You know,
and they even said like Michael Wilbon said, if he would have said it, I would have fought him all the way off the field. You would have taken 5 guys to get me away from him.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
and that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Like he just went and showered. Like, and even Michael Wilbon, who is a black man,
who's that?
he's a partner interruption.
Oh, okay.
Or no, I'm sorry, Around the Horn.
Okay.
There's Michael Wilbon and that's the other guy. So, it's the white guy and the black guy. That's what it is. I don't know their names. I should know their name. One guy did Monday Night Football. He's terrible.
It's like I don't think anybody's actually going to believe him.
No.
You know, and it makes him look worse.
It does.
Yeah.
Because now and the one guy said today, he said, if I was Mason Rudolph and I was his lawyer, whose lawyer put out a thing about being absolutely false, he said, you could sue him for assault and slander.
Slander, right.
And you've got a good case there.
I don't think he will.
No, because he probably just wants it to go away.
Yep, but he very well could.
He could, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he has to play the Cleveland Browns in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So are they going to try to take his head off?
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely fueled quite a rivalry, you know. It's like, I feel like the Ravens and Steelers rivalry is getting quieter since, like, Ray Lewis is gone and, like, a lot of those Suggs and everybody.
Ed Reed,
there you go. Like, that doesn't really exist anymore, but this might be, like, the birth of a new rivalry. You know?
Rebirth.
Yeah, rebirth, exactly. But, did you see they moved it to a 1 o'clock game?
I did.
Somebody's like, flex it, man. Flex it to 8. That would be so bad.
It would be real bad. Well, they say they were saying that they don't think the Steelers and Cleveland Browns players will react badly to this for the second game round. They said that they think it will be worse with the fans.
Yeah, that could be.
Yeah, they think that there's going to be a lot. There could be some possible, a lot of fights and stuff.
I mean, I disagree. I think there's going to be a lot of cheap shots.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're going to let them take out Juju, Deontay, going after your quarterback. Like, if it were me, I'd be taking some cheap shots,
But the rest are going to be looking for that.
Yeah, you better believe they are, but I'd be dishing it out. Like Juju did it perfect, like
karma.
I would not be surprised if you see some of our defensive players, like, maybe throwing picks, blindsiding people.
Yeah. Take out OBJ. Justin doesn't want to hear that.
I know.
Like, why'd you gotta bring OBJ in this? Why couldn't it have been Nick Chubb?
I don't think it's gonna be pretty. There'll be probably more fines, more ejections.
Yeah. Well, I'll be working, so hopefully I'll get to watch some of it.
You can't go.
No, I didn't request that off.
Yeah.
And
that would have been a good game to be at.
It would have been. Yeah. I requested an extra. I said I'll work the 9-hour shift because I know they could put in the high limit rooms.
Yeah.
So I can hopefully watch some of the game.
Oh, nice.
That's my plan.
Yeah.
So.
All right, let's move into the fantasy world. Delling, you got any unfinished fantasy updates?
Sure do, Craig. Brian. Sure do, Brian. And obviously has something to do with Craig. Watched your weekly review. Love it as usual. Hate it as usual. My unfinished business goes with you. You're a dick. Why you got to call my defense? Oh, well, if Matt would have just played the Cleveland defense. Well,
Well, the laughs got you, huh?
Yeah, the laughs. He would have won. No problems. You would have beat Brian. Why you didn't do that with anybody else? You didn't do it. Yeah, I know you're all about my defenses, Craig.
The only thing I'll say is, go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Well, it's funny. I'm looking back at week 11 here. Now let's do Craig's matchups. Well, if Craig could just guess the right quarterback in this quarterback carousel. Gosh, if he would have just played Josh Allen, and his wide receiver carousel as well. If he would have just played the right receiver, Tyrell Williams, he would end up beating his brother-in-law. But you can't win them all, Craig. You just sometimes you just don't. That's the problem with having too many quarterbacks.
Are you going to calculate it?
It's like 4 or 5 points above what Jimmy had.
I'm just saying, that's what Craig did to you.
Well, I'm not going to calculate. I'm not going to take that much time on it.
He did the live math. That was the part that stung for me, for you. Just watching him actually count it up, tally it up.
Craig's a by the numbers kind of guy. I'm just like, hey, I'm just the end result sort of thing.
Yeah.
But that's my point. Why you gotta call me out like that?
You know exactly why he's got to call you out.
Why?
Because he's got to take his pain out on somebody.
It's true, and I feel like he feels like I'm the only one.
Maybe.
Because he looks at my defenses.
Yeah.
I can't believe all the defenses. I can't do anything with my defense. I can't stream defenses.
Had he won, I bet you he doesn't call you out.
Probably right. That's my main thing, though.
All right.
And we could also talk about trades and people getting on me about that. But
we'll get there later.
Yeah, I figured.
We'll get into trades. I don't think I have any other unfinished business this week. One other thing, one small thing. Congrats to Jim Crick. I wish I could have brought home that knockout title, but you know what? I'm going for the grand finale. I'm going for the trophy. I'm trying to make it the shortest trophy travel. Well, actually, probably not. Justin and Craig, that's probably the shortest for sure.
Well, it was, yeah, especially since I live out towards the airport. I was gonna say the Rizzo's was the center part, but I would say that didn't count. But even for him to go from Justin's house to Craig's house would be.
All right, whatever.
Point is, I'm trying to make it stay in Pittsburgh.
That's right. Keep it in the city. All right, but yeah, congrats, Craig. You got that $60. You're playing for free next year. Probably gonna make the playoffs. And you took a
city of Pittsburgh.
Thank you. And and on top of that, icing on the cake, you took down Craig a notch. Now he's got a win without Mahomes and Tyreek Hill.
Discus is waiting to give him the HIV.
Oh man, he is licking his chops.
He is. I think he's been doing this for 2 weeks lately. Just
oh man, probably the last month.
Yeah, he doesn't care if he doesn't make the playoffs. He knocks Craig's out. He's high as a kite.
Yeah, he does care. He does.
Yeah, but that's something that he's gonna be able to say. You didn't make the playoffs, Craig, because of me. Trade time, trading guys, excellent.
Collusion. Addition.
Oh.
All right. Let's talk about the trades that happened this week. Were there just the two?
I believe it's just the two.
Yeah, just the two.
Well,
just the two of us.
Just the two of us. We can trade it if we try. Let's go. Let's do Ed Lager and Gag. Well, should we do me first and you? Or you and I?
Let's do them in the order that they have.
All right. The Yinzer Jags trades away Travis Kelce to the Hillbillies on PCP for Austin Hooper.
All right, I'll start this one off. I saw Detling put that statement out there that he was waiting for trades, and so I said, you know what? I definitely need an upgrade in tight end. Well, not really an upgrade, but Hooper, he's questionable. He's a little banged up, and I don't want to take my chances if I can get a little upgrade there. So sent Detling an offer. He thought about it for a little while, and he said, take it before I change my mind. So
pretty much what I said, yeah.
So I took the trade, and I didn't realize that you're keeping what's his name?
Kittle.
Gary Kittle.
Yeah, Gregarious.
Gregarious Kittle. I did not even realize that was going to be one of your keepers. So now, that definitely puts you into a conundrum of sorts. Probably not going to keep two tight ends, but
you're probably wrong.
All right, knowing you will keep two tight ends just to spite the league.
Kittle in the 9th round, and I believe I would have Hooper in the 10th round.
I think that's right, yeah.
So that's my two tight ends right there.
Yeah.
And Hooper's top 5 quality.
He is, and so is Kittle.
Top Kittle's
two.
top 2 quality.
But yeah, so I think it's a fair trade. Like I said in the very beginning, I think it's like, I'm getting a rental player to try and get my championship, and I give up the rights to potentially keeping Hooper for 2 more years. and I'm willing to take that risk because hey, I'm all in this year. I'm going for gold.
And like I said, I like it. I like you're exhausting all resources. You want that trophy, doing everything you can. I support it. And you made me a trade offer, and the way I looked at it was, hey, I don't think I'm winning this thing. I don't think I'm making the playoffs because I got screwed over by a couple teams, Craig, Bigler, giving Tree-Size the ammo to beat me. And then my team basically pooping itself on the field against you with a lot of Qs. And then I said, I'm not even going to have Kelsey this week.
Right.
So he's on his bye week.
Right.
That's not going to help me. So I traded away a player that's not going to be helpful or hurtful to me on that week, which infuriates everybody. But why do I care? When I get Austin Hooper, who I thought had a possibility of playing this week, he doesn't now.
They roll him out?
Yeah, he ruled him out. But still, I said keeper value, 10th round. You also offered me AJ Green.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Yeah, but I said no because I didn't want AJ Green.
Yeah.
4th round, I think is what was it?
It's
no, you got him
fourth.
4th or 3rd, yeah.
I got him in the 5th.
Okay, but I was just like, apparently wide receivers are a dime a dozen. So I said, I'll go with Hooper. And Craig sounded off the warning saying, oh no, look out, that one's going to be doing trade offers, for the whole, well, who wouldn't be, Craig?
That's right.
Okay. And so, yeah, I'm getting a little ammo. And hey, if I beat Ed Lager, which I thought was my lead pipe lock of the week.
Lead pipe lock of the week.
Until my players started getting Q's and P's and whatever all over the place. So I still think I have a great shot at doing it. Next week, and then I have a Josh after that, which could always be a question mark. So if I could still squeeze in, look out.
You definitely need 2 wins.
Yeah, and I could pick up, and I could just have the same thing where I had Hooper and Kelsey together. It would just be, or Kelsey and Kittle. This would be Hooper and Kittle.
Yeah. You don't have the 2 Ks, but whatever. H is close to K in the alphabet.
Right.
H-I-J-K.
H-I-J-K.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know everybody's like, oh, what the rabble. Whatever. You guys all had your trades during the seasons, and I know Bigger's like, well, don't bring pass play. That's stupid. I'm like, no, it's not stupid.
No.
Look at the garbage you guys did, and you get mad because I make a trade to better my team in the future.
I was actually surprised at how irate people got. I guess Gags was just more joking than anything.
Other people got mad.
Yeah, I was actually shocked at how they felt it was a seriously uneven trade. Yeah, I mean, back in the day, whenever I got AB for Nyheim Hines and Jarvis Landry, you should be upset by that.
Yeah,
you know.
Bring it up. Look at Hooper, dude. When he was 24, week 3, 24, week 4, 22, week 5, 13, 25, 14, 18, 11 points.
11 is his low, pretty much.
So he's coming on, man.
Yeah.
Back off, guys.
He's definitely the number 1 tight end this year for a reason. I mean, not on pay, not the name, but the actual performance.
Right.
And you can go into Bean and Bigler had arguments this year about names versus actual stats. So yeah, Kelsey's a big name, but he actually has a pretty tough playoff schedule. So
yeah,
I don't know. I'm kind of hoping Hill stays hurt so I can get more looks. Just gonna put that out there. All right, what's the other trade?
The other trade is where'd it go? Then Ed Lager traded away Danny Dimes and Chris Boswell for the recently acquired James Washington and Greg Zuerlein. So if you're gonna sit there and yell at us, yell at the Philly boys.
Oh yeah.
Well, what, you need James Washington? I got $60-some. That's $2 more than Detling. I'll spend that. Even the Detling didn't even spend $62. He didn't even put a bid on because I knew somebody would outbid me, and then I'm gonna trade it right back to Ed Lager for Danny Dimes
in less than an hour
and Chris Boswell and give up Greg the Leg.
I know, Greg the Leg.
It's either shady business or just being downright stupid. Gags, you can let us know which one it is.
Yeah.
You give up Greg the Leg for Boz.
Although I think Boswell could do well.
Yeah, but he's no Greg the Leg.
He is no Greg the Leg. That is crazy.
Think I'm trading away
No.
Justin Tucker for Matt Bryant? No.
The only thing I say about this trade, I really don't care about the trade, to be honest with you, too much. But come on, did Gags call him within that as soon as he picked him up and said, "Hey, you want to trade?" It just 45 minutes after he actually picked the guy up, it just looks fishy. Just saying, I don't really care.
I don't really care either. But that's just the football game we are in now, boys.
I know. I feel like we might be entering a new realm.
Yeah. And hey, I tried. I'll be the guy that lets it out. Craig talked about that whole thing about the future rights.
I was wondering about that.
It's me, man.
I thought it was
It's
Lager.
me.
Sorry,
I'm the one that
sorry,
brought it
Ed. I
up.
thought it was you.
No, I'll take the brunt of it.
Yeah.
Listen, I thought possibly future rights to a player. Craig, I was trying to revolutionize this league. Revolutionary. You guys are all talking about maybe we should get half a 0.5 points for a rushing attempt, or this and that and this.
Yeah.
How about I get future rights to your players? That's revolutionizing the game. None of this ticky-tacky point bullshit that you guys do every freaking year.
But does that include like trading draft picks?
See, we never got to do it
I
because
know,
Craig
I
turned
don't
it
like
down.
that.
I meant
No,
like
I
maybe
wrote- I
like a
wrote
player
that
of
rule.
today.
Yeah.
If I give you a player today for a player next year.
I hear what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I hear what you're saying. I think it's worth bringing up. I think it's worth looking into.
Well, no. If Craig said no, I don't want to bring it up.
Well, not
anymore.
this year. But I don't like the idea of trading future draft picks because I think it's like one way of like in our baseball league, you can get 4 first-round picks, and I'm not crazy about that.
Right. Well, no, I just wanted the future rights of a player to
Yeah.
get on this team this year.
Yeah.
That's a keeper. Say like if I trade you DeAndre Hopkins for the rights to Dalvin Cook next year in the first round.
I see what you're saying. So, yeah, so then you're guaranteed to get Dalvin Cook first round.
Right.
It's just like a future trade.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'll give you just
Right.
get
And
DeAndre.
then I get DeAndre Hopkins for the rest of this year.
Yeah.
I'm not completely opposed to that because it doesn't necessarily. It does involve draft picks in a way, but it's not just saying I'm giving you my first rounder. You're going after a particular player.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I think it's worth bringing up. I do.
Craig
be
called it
stubborn. Don't be stubborn.
tanking it. So
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I mean, you could in theory sell off your whole team that way.
right, we only get 2 keepers.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, yeah, but then you can say I'll give you 3 of these players for 1 player next year.
Yeah, I hear you.
So there'd be rules that we had to go over it, but if we don't want to do it, we don't want to do it. If Craig likes it that way, Craig likes it that way. It's all about Craig.
I really thought it was like something with Barkley.
Barkley, not bad.
No, you know what I mean. I thought like Ed
was Barkley was throwing
I
possibly.
thought Ed was trying to like trade Barkley next year or something. But he's a first rounder, so you couldn't have done that.
Right.
I don't know. I just figured it was Gags and Lager, but it was you.
It was me the whole time. I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for those kids.
All right. Anything else about these trades? If we're actually analyzing this trade, I'd have to say Gags probably gets the better part of this because Daniel Jones got a nice playoff run. Lining up. He loses Greg the leg, and James Washington might have a decent game, but he hasn't proven anything yet.
He's the only one left.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
We bodies, man.
he is their number 1 receiver, and he might be the number 1 receiver for the next 2-3 weeks.
Yeah. Or that guy that got to practice, Deion Kane.
Yeah.
If you want to gamble on that guy, go for it.
So, I mean, yeah, it might actually work in his favor. Could potentially get him to the playoffs, but I don't think he's going to have like long-term success.
Right. Yeah, I don't think so either.
Even though they played in college together, I just figured if they were going to be hooking up, they would have been hooking up by now.
Sounds wrong.
I know.
They're just friends.
But I'll say Gags wins this just because I feel like Daniel Jones is going to do more for him.
It's Danny Dimes. He trademarked it.
Danny Dimes, I know.
So, okay, that's all I got for it. It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
All right.
Working on that one.
But yeah, we're definitely working on this one. So let's jump into this because we got a lot of them.
We got a lot of them. Oh, let me see here. Okay, first one, we got James Washington. Mighty Midgets bidding $39. And from Gags to Riches bids $64 and wins the bid and gets James Washington on his team to immediately trade him. Dumb chocolate, smooth as silk, helping to sponsor the Tonto's Demise podcast. Dumb chocolate, put it in your basket.
Where did that come from?
I paid to do that, Brian.
Are you having a stroke?
Dumb chocolate.
All right.
I can only hope those are my last words.
I'm gonna give this one to Gags. I think he got the pick of the week.
I think he did.
Yeah, it was the only one.
It's the only one. Good job, Gags.
Let's look at the other added players just to see if there was any other really noticeable ads of the week.
How's Jonathan Williams right there? That should have been like on our thing.
Should
when we
have
did
been,
the
yeah.
fat
But,
bids.
it's because there was no competing bid.
Oh, nobody else bid for Jonathan Williams because he said 101.
Yep.
Wow.
Dub C got him for 101 Dalmatians.
Yep. Yep.
And I guess, was that the only one that somebody else paid for?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Oh,
Okay.
you all? Hold on.
Yeah, we'll see if there's any more real quick. I think those might have been the only two that people paid money for.
Where are we at here? Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. So that's gotta sting a little bit for Dub C just to know that he could have paid $1 to get him.
True. Yeah, everybody would have fell for your thing. $101. Actually, it's $1. Eat it, suckers.
But like being said, it's like next to the last week. You gotta go put all your chips in. You know, and I don't blame him for he wanted him, he got him. So hopefully he performs for him. So
Hopefully. It might have been like a defensive thing against Craig as well.
yeah.
I was thinking maybe.
But he got him. So yeah, James Washington, pick of the week. And trade of the week.
Or we're not doing other added players? Or Danny Amendola, Mason Crosby, and Hunter Renfro.
Nah, we never do that.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry.
We're not going to start now.
Okay. Brrrling, brrrling, brrrling. You have one message.
Hey guys, this is Craig, manager of the Springfield Isotopes, and I heard a little rumor that our defending champion, Matt Detling, has given up on this season. You're the defending fucking champion, and you're not even going to try to make the playoffs, even though you're right there in the hunt? Well, here's a little motivation for you, courtesy of the Ballad of Ricky Bobby. It's because it's what you love, Matty. It's who you were born to be. And here you sit, thinking, well, Matty Detling is not a thinker. Matty Detling is a player. He's a doer. And that's what you need to do. You don't need to think. You need to play. You need fantasy football. You need to go out there, and you need to motivate your team. You need to fire it up. You need to grab a hold of that line between fantasy football and chaos. And you need to wrestle it to the ground like a demon cobra. And then when the fear rises up in your belly, you use it. And you know that fear is powerful because it's been there for 17 seasons. And it is good. And you use it. And you ride it like a skeleton horse through the gates of hell. And then you win, Matty. You win. And you don't win for anybody else. You win for you. You know why? Because a man takes what he wants. He takes it all. And you're a man, aren't you? Aren't you?
Wow, he didn't even have a sign off.
Wow.
He just like hung up.
Craig Kubisik with a motivational speech to me?
Yeah.
The gates of hell are open. I don't know what to say.
I'm a little bit speechless myself. Now, is that like, did he just take something from
Ricky Bobby.
Yeah. Is that
Talladega Nights?
Talladega Nights. Was that actually word for word? He just kind of twisted it.
Well, yeah, Matty.
He rewrote it
Rewrote it. What's the word?
to apply.
Yeah. Just adjusted it a bit.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
It was.
I'm a little motivated now.
Is it too late?
It's never too late. Here we go.
Yeah.
Ed Lager, you're toast. You're fucking dead.
It was kind of inspirational. I'm not gonna lie. Like
I just said it. You're fucking dead, Ed Lager. I'm gonna crush your head in with a Bud Light Lime. Something.
can
Skull.
bottle,
We'll do the
aluminum
We'll do
bottle.
the bottle to work better.
It's a good thing he's on the other side of the state while you're saying this.
It's true. It's very
Yeah.
true. Doesn't matter. I'll be right. Like my mom said when she turned around and saw you, she jumped up and scared. You scared her. Guess what? You won't see me coming. 'Cause I'm smaller than you, more agile, and you go to sleep by 2 a.m. I don't go to sleep.
But he hears everything.
You know he does not.
Yes, he does.
Well, I'm
He
like
heard everything I said.
I'm like a ninja. He won't see that Bud Light coming.
Oh man.
Thank you for the words of motivation, Craig. I appreciate it. 17 years.
Yeah.
You're right. I shouldn't give up. Still preparing for next year, but I'm also taking somebody down this year before I go.
And then that is Ed Lager.
It's either
Or Josh.
Or Josh.
Yeah, I think Josh is in.
We don't know yet.
We don't know for sure.
I like seating. I could take away some of his seating.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it would take 2 losses for Josh to be out. But yeah, It was a nice call. Like I said, I think that might be the first time Craig ever called in. Maybe the second tops, but I was shocked. He dropping the F-bomb.
Did you hear the emotional range of Craig there?
A little bit.
Because we know that it doesn't go from 1 to 10. It goes from 1 to 2, and that literally the 2 is the 10. So he showed the full range of emotion. I brought that out of Craig.
That's a lot of rage.
That was a lot of rage, man. I loved it. I can't believe Craig said it. And here I thought you hated me.
No.
He's just here to motivate me. He needs a nemesis. He needs somebody to compete against. It's like J.J. Watt says in one of those Nike or Reebok commercials.
Okay.
That you need to find somebody to compete against or you won't be your best.
That's right. And I think
Craig needs me.
But he was also saying you need you.
I need me.
That's right.
I need Craig.
You do it for yourself. Yeah.
I do it for myself and my country.
Well, Craig, thank you for the call. It was a pleasure.
Do you know what they say if there's an ugly girl that you say you throw the Russian flag over and do her for revenge?
Oh, is that right?
That's what they say.
I never heard that.
No?
No.
Well, now you know.
Yeah.
Also, do you know why Santa, since almost Christmas, do you know why Santa's so jolly during Christmas?
No, why?
He knows who all the naughty girls are.
That's pretty good. That's a good, clean, dirty joke.
You can have it.
Yeah, thanks. I'll tell that at school tomorrow.
To the teachers or the kids?
Who knows? Whoever's there.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. This week's matchups.
All right. It just cracks me up when we both go high. It cracks me up.
We're terrible.
Yeah.
We don't. Well, we all just. It's a gamble. Coin flip.
It's a 50-50.
We don't tell each other what we're gonna do. That's the fun of it.
Yeah. Doing it live.
Live and in charge. Saturday night. I mean,
In living color.
night live in living color. So that was Thursday nights.
Was it?
Yeah, it was. Where's our Fly Girls?
We don't play that.
Oh, we don't play that.
No, I was just making up any line from the show.
The Fly Girls.
Yeah. Now, homie, play that. Homie, play that.
No. You didn't hear it from me, but it's one woman. She's the neighbor that knows all this stuff. And then I can't remember Fire Marshal Bill.
Fire Marshal Bill. And get low, there's a lot of money.
That's right. How about I give you 10 cents and you just let me lick the bun? I remember that. Yeah, that was a good one. I love that one.
All right. We got the first matchup here. We got From Gigs to Riches going up against Shawshank Athletics. 3rd versus 4th. These two titans are basically fighting to get a bye. Because I think one of these two teams has a great potential to get that 2nd seed. And we'll see. This is going to have major implications on who gets that bye and who doesn't. It's Ed Loggers right now, but that could change. Starting off the quarterback, we got Danny Dimes, the newly acquired Danny Dimes, going up against Russell Wilson. I'm going to take Russell Wilson all day.
Yeah. MVP, Russell Wilson.
Yeah, but I think Danny Dimes will perform. He'll outperform his 36-point projection.
I don't know. Chicago, it's going to be rough.
Yeah, it's in Chicago, too.
Yeah, Wilson's going against Philly.
Philly's been definitely doing a lot better.
Yeah, but they've been playing against Tom Brady. He's terrible.
Yeah. All right. Receivers. For Gags, we got Julio, Jarvis, and Devontae going up against Crowder, Robinson, and Cooper. These are two decent. Yeah, obviously it's Gags.
Obviously it's Gags.
Yeah. Gags has been waiting for, all three of these guys to be off byes, to be healthy,
right.
to really be top-notch performing.
Well, he don't care about Landry. No. He wants Keenan Allen back.
But no, you're right. But he totally believes in Jarvis Landry. I mean,
I think he just wants to prove me wrong.
Possibly.
Gags inquired as to the possibility of a nuke trade.
Of course, yeah.
And I said, Gags, DeAndre Hopkins goes down with the ship, like any good captain would.
Yeah. He's captaining your squad.
Man is my leader.
Yeah.
Not doing so well right now, but
you don't give up on him.
Don't give up on the man that led me to a championship.
Yeah. I hear you.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go down to running backs. We didn't talk about Josh is
Instead, if you wow me with a trade offer, I might.
That's funny. He can be
5 first-round picks.
he can be bought.
Everybody has a price, Brian. Even you.
All right, running
That
backs.
being said, if Justin Mahoric wants to move up into the best man slot, it's going to take quite a lot, but it's a possibility.
Mike Evans, maybe
$700 in a cold vanilla envelope.
$700. All right, we got Gurley and Breida going against Chubb and Elliott. Again, this is clearly Josh.
Chubb and Elliott.
Yeah, these are very lopsided, easy decisions. Tight ends, Olsen versus Andrews.
Andrews.
Fournette versus Samuel.
Fournette.
Yeah.
Because I'm going Fournette because Deebo Samuel is a Q right now.
Do you know if he is actually, is that a real Q or is it just a pretend Q?
It says his shoulder was officially limited. And he's probably going to play.
Probably going to play, but yeah. I'll give this a slight edge to Fournette. Tennessee's pretty good, though. Pretty decent defense.
Volume, though. Fournette's going to get the volume.
Yeah. You're right. I'll give it to Fournette. All right. We're going to go Gay or Sly. That's not really...
Don't ever say it like that again. Please. Are we going to go Sly?
or Gay.
Going Sly, Brian.
All right,
just for the pure satisfaction of not saying the other way.
All right, I'll go Gay.
Are we going to go Gay? Good.
Who's with me? All right.
This is not... Oh, man.
Come on, we're in the 21st century. Who's going Gay with me?
Yeah, I'm a 40-year-old man. I don't experiment at the age of 40.
Yeah. Good point.
That being said, there's a crazy porn out there that Justin needs to see.
You keep referencing this.
Dude, it has Justin's name written all over it.
All right. You'll have to tell us more about that.
Yeah.
Maybe call into the podcast one time.
I'll just text the link to him.
Yeah.
Say, watch this. Oh, I didn't know your boy T.Y. Hilton was playing.
Yeah, he's playing. All right.
Moving on.
We got the Jets playing against Oakland or Baltimore versus the Rams. Baltimore.
I got to go Baltimore as well.
Yeah, the Rams have just not been looking good.
Yeah, and Robert Woods probably wasn't going to play again.
What's going on with him?
I don't even. A personal issue. Personal whistle. Smissue. Jacoby Brissett for the touchdown.
And the really lame spike. All right. Overall,
that from Tom Brady.
This is actually going to be a pretty close matchup, in my opinion. I mean, I know Josh was favored by 20 points. I think it's going to be closer than that.
Oh, that's all you're giving it?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be Josh, and I think that the 20-point favor right now is actually legit. Like I've said before, Josh is his running backs are all three of them are studs.
They are studs.
We might make fun of his receiving crew, but they're serviceable with Crowder and Cooper, and he's got Russell Wilson. He's got a solid squad, man.
Yeah,
I know Gag's got some weaknesses in the running backs and the tight end area. So,
I mean, right now Josh's team is the one I fear the most. He's got a solid team.
I think you're probably right. That's him, maybe him and Disco, to be honest.
I'm going to say this is close, but I'm going to give it to Josh. I think it's going to be closer than 20 points. I think Gag's receivers makes this a closer game.
Okay. All right, this next matchup full of intrigue and intensity. It's Yinzer Jags, 5-6 in 10th place against Ed Lager, who's 6-5 in 5th place, falling deeper every week because of that point total. No, Ed Lager. I mean, he was in first place at one time, right?
That's true.
So he's just keeps going further. He might possibly be on the outside looking in. Who knows? Craig has made a point of saying that. Now let's get to the quarterbacks. We have Jameis Winston versus Atlanta and Lamar Jackson versus the Rams. Brian?
Lamar Jackson.
I gotta go Lamar.
Atlanta's defense
Not by much, though.
I don't know. Atlanta's defense has been playing lights out the last 2 weeks. I don't know who they've been playing, but they've been shutting people down.
It's because Dan Quinn, their head coach, wasn't making the calls anymore. So he let the defensive coordinator do it.
Yeah, maybe that's why. But yeah, Lamar Jackson, potential MVP right there.
It's true.
Yeah.
All right, and wide receivers, DeAndre Hopkins, Emmanuel Sanders, and Robbie Anderson.
He got a touchdown last week.
It was the only catch.
Literally, at least it was a touchdown.
I will say I hate Robbie Anderson with a passion.
But he's still in your lineup.
I have no other choices right now. Well, actually, nope, I still don't. I had to look at it. I might have something else later, but probably not. Versus Tyler Lockett, James Washington, and Zach Pascal.
I'll give this to you.
I give this to me as well.
Yeah, even with Robbie Anderson, and that says a lot.
Yeah.
James Washington could have a surprise game. If Mason Rudolph can manage to throw the ball and have a half decent game, because he's probably going to get targeted quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler Lockett, he had that injury scare there. Going to the hospital.
swelling.
Yeah, so seems like he's back. Seems like he's going to play. So we'll see whether or not he does anything.
Well, I have to worry about Manuel Sanders' rib cage and cartilage again, because he plays 5 plays and leaves the game for the whole game. Last 2 games, so it's not fair.
Who, Sanders?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's bull. It's BS.
Yeah. That's why I traded him. Just kidding. I regretted it, actually, as soon as I saw him, what he did the first game. Yeah.
I was like, why? I got him.
I'm going to give you receivers.
Yeah. All right, and running backs, we got James White, possibly Devonta Freeman, who's a Q right now, versus Philip Lindsay and Saquon Barkley. Gotta go.
Gotta go Barkley.
Yeah.
Yep. Now, is Freeman legitimately maybe coming back?
That's like a 50-50 shot right now. He's said, look, he's trending
Trending
in the right way.
Okay, that's good to know.
But back-to-back DMPs, man.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious, my team is falling apart. Let's go on. Tight ends. Greg Kittle versus Jared Cook.
Is Kittle playing?
He's trending in the right direction.
Again, trending.
He limited in Thursday's practice, so that's the first time he's practiced since Halloween.
All right, we'll see what he does tomorrow. I'll give it to Kittle if he plays.
I will give it to Kittle as well, because the Green Bay defense is terrible. Sorry, I was looking at TV.
Nice run there by Duke.
Flex had to take out Hooper because he's not going to play. Hunter Renfrow versus Kareem Hunt.
Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, Kareem Hunt.
Begrudgingly.
Yeah. Kicker, Tucker versus Greg the Leg. An
epic match.
Yeah,
that is. That's really epic.
Yeah. Tucker.
Yeah, I'll give that one to Tucker.
And it's a Monday night game for both of them. What if
head to head
comes down to the kicker?
I hope it does.
Blow my mind.
Is that the only 2 players going on Monday? I hope so for you too.
Unless I throw in Robert Woods here.
Yeah.
But we'll see if he comes back.
Oh man, I hope it's a Tucker versus Greg the Leg.
There's one. Could you imagine just waiting? Somebody's just get a field goal. You get a field goal.
Extra
Drive the
points.
ball. I don't care about anybody else. It's just one of those. Come on, Lamar. I had to root for Lamar. That's terrible. Yeah, root for Lamar.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough. Hopefully, it doesn't come to that.
Hopefully, he's right. All right, defenses: Cleveland versus Miami or Buffalo versus Denver. I'm going Cleveland versus Miami. For myself.
Absolutely. Cleveland versus Miami.
Even without Myles Garrett.
Yeah, because Cleveland's at home. They like to headhunt.
They do, and Miami
Although
barely has
Myles
any
Garrett's
players.
not in. It's still
Yeah, but those cornerbacks, man.
Yeah,
Those cornerbacks are the ones that headhunt.
That's true. But I'm just saying he's not going to be playing.
I know.
Does that bother you? That bothers
Yeah, it
me.
does, because it's Miami.
Yeah, exactly. No, I think you're going to get that. I think you'll get the points there.
All right.
I can't, in good faith, choose you because I think I took your receivers and Kittle, and that was about it. And I took your kicker.
Defense.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe I did take more than I thought.
You pick whatever you want, Brian. I don't want to sway you.
Yeah. I did take more than I thought. You're currently slightly favored. I'm just going to go with my gut. I'm going to say Lager because I think he's got Lamar Jackson who's going to give him a lot of points against the Rams. And Barkley. Well, Barkley's playing Chicago. I don't know. I'm sorry I'm so wishy-washy, but I'm going to give it to Lager. You got a lot of Qs.
Got a lot of cues, and I'm watching Will Fuller. Deshaun Watson keeps thinking it's Hopkins because of the dreads. Man, stop throwing to Will Fuller. Can't you just get hurt already and stay hurt? Sucks. Anyways, I'm going me.
Of course.
For the surprise upset. Nobody believes in me. I believe in me. Craig believes in me.
Do you believe in you?
I believe in me, Brian. I do.
Okay.
And now that Craig believes me, I have somebody backing me up. I have the power of the wizard.
Shepherd?
And the shepherd. So I got power to 2. Look out, world. I'm shepherding my team to the playoffs with the spells of DeAndre Hopkins.
That was beautiful. Beautiful.
Thank you.
All right, this next matchup is the most meaningless matchup of the week, possibly of the year. We've got the Hillbillies on PCP going up against Possum Magic. And currently, I do not have a quarterback, and I'm waiting for some things to shake out. I want to try and put somebody on IR before I pick up a quarterback. But you know what's out there, so it's pretty much... I'm looking at like a 35-point quarterback.
Slim pickings.
Yeah, going up against Breeze. So regardless of who I put in, I'm going to give it to Breeze.
I can't argue with you there. Breeze. You said it, Brian.
Alrighty. Receivers, I got Galladay, Metcalf, and T.Y. going up against Beasley, Jones, and Scary Terry. This is actually going to, I think, be closer than I want it to be honest with you. Because Galladay has been dropping like a stone since Stafford's been hurt. Because when Stafford got hurt, pretty much might as well say Galladay got hurt. I'm hoping he has a bounce-back game. I think my receivers pull it off. I think that Metcalf gets more looks than what's his name? Lockett this week. So
Josh Gordon.
Josh Gordon. Oh, him too.
Oh.
I think Metcalf is going to pull it out for me.
I'm going to go with your receivers as well. Do you have Galladay as a keeper next year?
I think this is my last year with him.
Never mind.
Yeah. Why, you want him? You want to trade?
No, too late.
Okay.
Too late. Yeah, well, it's probably coming out between Galladay and Marvin Jones.
Yeah.
And a bad quarterback.
Oh, yeah, that's actually going to be a good matchup right there. All right. Running backs, CMC and Derrick Henry going up against Joe Mixon and Jordan Howard.
White Lightning, baby.
Yeah. Hey, don't sleep on Derrick Henry.
It's all about the White Lightning.
It is. But
There's no Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry, he's starting to come on.
Well, he's just icing on the cake.
He's just warming up,
Lightning
baby.
beats Mixon and Howard by themselves.
And you know what I won't do?
Back down.
I won't back down. You know what else I won't do? Bench Derrick Henry.
Oh.
Ever.
Oh, you heard it here first.
Especially in the
Stop
playoffs.
presses. Especially the playoffs.
All right.
Because you know what happens when you bench Derrick Henry, Brian.
You call me Craig?
I'm sorry. No, that's what you know what happens when you bench Derrick Henry, Brian?
Whatever.
You lose and you don't make the championship
That's right.
against Detling.
That's right. All right. I did that just for you, obviously.
Thank you.
All right.
Got it.
Here we go. Here comes
Received.
to Hopkins.
Is it Hopkins, for the love of God? Please be Hopkins.
It was.
It's Hopkins, baby!
Okay.
Screw you, Will Fuller.
All right.
Hate that
and
guy.
Ed Logger.
And Ed Logger.
All right. And that was for you, Bigler. You love our live calls. All right. Tight
And
end.
that laugh. You love that laugh.
Tight-
I take pleasure in gutting you, boy.
All right. Tight ends. Vance McDonald versus no one.
Let's make this a true daily double, Brian. How about you don't start a quarterback and he doesn't start a tight end, and we'll see who wins.
That's funny. And actually, our projections are pretty close right now.
Yeah.
If I didn't have to worry about like points, I mean, I have a pretty good lead, but I don't want to give up first place.
And you don't want to have Craig sitting on the recap.
Yeah.
Well, Brian would have put in a quarterback,
Yeah,
and you would have
yeah,
12 points.
yeah,
You would have got this seating, and you would have won the whole dang thing, but you didn't.
Yep. So I have to.
So, all right.
But,
Well, Vance McDonald.
Here's my follow-up question. Do you think anyone is going to trade a tight end to Boston Magic? Like, there's really no benefit to doing it unless you're trying to get somebody off his team. Unless you're
Right.
You know what I mean?
And
Unless
why
you're
would
trying to
Tree-
get Terry or trying to get like Mixon or Breeze or something?
I don't think so. I don't think Tree's going to trade.
I'm just curious if if he's going to acquire a tight end.
If Tree trades a trade, like it's just I don't know. Is he out of trades?
No, I think he has trades. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you. But the only reason he would do it is for keeper value.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, that'll be interesting to see if he picks up a tight end because he has no transaction. So I'm curious to see if he picks somebody up. All right, flex Alshon, who apparently is playing, going up against I don't even know how you say his name. Is it Lazard?
Lazard.
I'm gonna give it to Alshon. He's like their only receiver that's really playing right now. Unless, I mean, you don't obviously. What's his name? Can't catch the ball.
Nelson Aguilar.
Yeah, you can't count him.
No, you can't. You saw him drop that ball, right?
Did.
Right in his hand, right in the breadbasket.
At the end of the game too, right?
Right, it could have tied the game. You know, like all of Philly just like wanted to burn his house down again. Like they're like this is where Kevin Bean needs his T-shirt that he ordered.
Yes.
Or whatever that he can't catch him. What was that saying that guy said?
I forget.
I caught it. You know, unlike Aguilar
from the fire.
Yeah, from the fire. So sure, Bean was like exactly.
Yep.
And probably Jay. She a Philly fan? Yeah, okay.
Yep, Crick.
Crick.
All right, well, I'm going to take Alshon.
I'm going to go with Alshon. I'm curious. You're not starting Sanu, or is he really?
He's actually going to be out for 2 weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man. What about Juju?
He's definitely. Well, he's probably not playing.
All right.
Yeah.
Not Cobb. Your boy Cobb.
Playing against New England. I don't know.
All right. Gordon. Philly. I'm not done.
Got a lot of cues.
All right. Alshon Jeffrey.
All right. Carlson versus nobody.
Oh my gosh. You don't even have a kicker.
Yep. And
How many transactions you got left?
I only have 2. Honestly, and I'm going to just say this to the league. If I was playing anybody where it actually mattered in terms of like playoff seedings and things like that, I would pick up a kicker, but I'm not picking up a kicker.
Didn't you say you were worried about points?
Yeah, but I'm not worried about 5 or 10 points.
Did you not see the bottom of the league?
I'm up by like 180. I'm going to take that chance.
All right.
I don't think Crick or Josh can gain 180 points on me in 2 weeks.
They just both said in unison, challenge accepted.
I know. And if
you are standing on the edge of a cliff, Brian, and they are there to push you off.
Yeah, but I hear you. I hear you. Hey, come for me.
That's more of the cockiness.
I'm just saying, like, if I was playing like you, or if I was playing somebody who's 5 and 6, I would pick up a kicker, just to let everybody know that I'm not.
The pride goeth before the fall.
We shall see. All right, I'm gonna go Tree.
Yes, Tree. Carlson.
All right, Pittsburgh D at Cincinnati or Indy at Houston.
Pittsburgh D.
Yeah, Pittsburgh D.
I don't care about the information totally right here. It's Pittsburgh D versus. They have to stop Joe Mixon. That Ryan Finley guy's terrible.
He is. He's awful. So they got.
Right now.
They got to fit. They basically have to stop Mixon.
Yeah.
Which they'll probably key in on him, so it'll be all right. I'm gonna take myself, even though I don't have a quarterback right now. I'm gonna get like I said. Oh, nice. I got just gotta catch him. Gotta catch him. Ty. I'm gonna put in a 35-40 point quarterback, and I think I'm gonna win this.
If you put a 35-point quarterback in, I think you will win.
Yeah.
If you remain what you are now, I think you will lose.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna pick up a quarterback.
Okay. All right. This next matchup. 5 and 6, currently in 9th place. Dub C Hooligans versus 6 and 5, currently in 2nd. The Mighty Midgets separated by 1 game and a handful of points. Let's see here. We got the quarterbacks. We got Tom Brady versus Matty Ryan. I'm going to go Matt Ryan because he's going against Tampa Bay.
Likewise, Tampa Bay has no defense whatsoever, and Dallas is half decent.
Right. And Tom Brady has been crap for the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, he has.
And he's even said it himself.
And he doesn't have much to throw at.
He does not.
Besides Julian Edelman.
James White.
Yep.
All right, and the receiving core of Dub C, we got Curtis Samuel, DJ Shark Jr., Philip Dorsett versus Calvin Ridley, Cortland Sutton, and Danny Amendola.
Did you just get a British accent there?
I did.
That was nice.
Thank you. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Jim's receivers. Sorry, don't call him Jimmy.
Yeah.
He doesn't like it. Seems like Ridley and Sutton. Sutton's a number 1 now, and Ridley seems to be doing well. First Tampa Bay.
Doing really well, yeah. What's going on with Dorsett? Is he playing?
I don't know.
I feel like there's
Concussion returned to a
limited
practice.
practice. Okay, so he might be playing.
Yeah, he's more likely to suit up than Mohamed Sanu.
All right.
So
All right.
he is hoping for that.
All right, so he's hoping for him to play, and they're pretty weak.
Why wouldn't you? He might put in Russell Gage.
All right.
So, yeah.
I mean, DJ Chark, he finally got a huge game out of him last week.
What do you mean finally? The whole season?
I mean, no. He hasn't really when he's been on Dub C's bench. He's been I think this is the first week that Dub C really profited off of his services.
True.
But overall, I've got to give it to Crick. It could be close if Chark has another big game, but yeah, I think that Amendola is a PPR machine. Sutton and really are doing really well right now.
Right. I agree. All right, let's go to the running backs. We got Mark Ingram the second, Jonathan Williams, the newly acquired $101 Jonathan Williams, versus Alvin Kamara, and Chris Carson. You got to go Kamara Carson
for sure. But Jonathan Williams is good. It's got him 6.5 points so far. It's not bad.
That's nothing.
I mean, it's still first half.
It's Kamara.
I know. I'm still taking Kamara and Carson. I'm just trying to justify his $101.
Just trying to make Bean feel good.
Exactly.
So.
But at this rate, he might have 15 points.
All right, moving on to tight ends. We got Zach Ertz versus Jason Witten. Got to go Ertz. Looks like they might be finding his groove again.
Yep. Got his groove back.
All right, flex positions. We got Darius Geis versus Brian Hill. Going Geis. Don't know if Freeman's going to play, take some stuff away for Hill.
Yeah.
Hill didn't do so great when he had the featured role.
Right. Yeah, I got to go, guys.
Yeah. So, all right, let's go to kickers. Lutz versus Crosby. I'm going Lutz.
I'm going to go Lutz as well.
All right, defense. We've got New England versus Dallas or Oakland versus the Jets. I got to go New England.
Oh, really? Versus Dallas. I disagree completely. I'm going to go Oakland. I mean, did you see Dallas last week?
But it's New England.
Man?
That's
I know.
Bill Belichick.
I know, but man,
He will take away.
Dak looked good.
Yeah, but it wasn't New England. Who'd they play? Detroit, right?
Yeah, it was Detroit.
Exactly.
Yeah, I still think I stand by my words. Oakland.
I can tell you one thing. I can tell you who didn't look good versus Detroit. Dallas defense.
That's true. They did not look good.
So
I thought for
when
sure.
New England runs it up on them, they're gonna have to throw,
Yeah.
and that's when they're gonna pounce on them and get like a pick six.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that they didn't do better than they did. They won the game, but that's about it.
Right. And with that being said, overall, I picked the Mighty Midgets. He has the better overall squad, and I don't think Bean has enough firepower or luck to overtake him.
I completely agree. The only place I didn't take the midgets was tight end and flex for the most part. So, yep, I'm going to give us the midgets.
Yeah.
This could effectively end Bean's season. But, we've had a lot of upsets this year, so...
True. Very true.
Even last week, I'll say this. I think Crick upset Springfield Isotopes
Yes.
because
you're
they
right.
should have won that game on Monday night.
If Tyreek Hill didn't stub his toe.
He wasn't his hammy?
Hammy, whatever.
Yeah. But yeah, he would have actually won that game, I think.
Doyle would catch something like he just did.
Yeah, Doyle got some points on the board for Greg. There you go.
Oh, man.
In our next matchup, we've got 10 Excel entries, still rocking the Luck Avatar, going up against Darkwing Jut. Probably the best name change of the season.
I would say so.
Yeah. Both of these guys are 5 and 6. It's interesting to note that Jason is in the playoff picture right now, 6th place, and Jut is in 11th place. That's
Right.
just crazy. They have the same record. So, anyways, this is a very meaningful matchup. Jay's got Deshaun Watson going right now, going against Carson Wentz for Jut. I'll probably give this to Deshaun Watson.
I'll give it to Deshaun Watson as well. They're both two good quarterbacks, but Watson is MVP caliber.
Yeah.
Carson Wentz, well,
Wentz might have to do a lot, though, so it could go either way.
that is true.
All right. Devontae Parker, Michael Thomas, and Golden Tate for Jay, going up against Evans, OBJ, and DJ Moore. This is actually a really good matchup.
actually.
I'm going to give it to Jut for a slight edge, but this is like the first year Devontae Parker has been consistent and like reliable.
After so many people took chances on him.
Oh, yeah. He's dead to me.
He's dead to you?
He was.
Like
He
Sammy
was.
Watkins is dead to tree size?
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
But yeah, I'm going to give this to Jut. I don't know. Man, I might have second thoughts.
I'm going to give this to Jay on the strength of Michael Thomas,
He is a beast.
who is on a tear.
Yeah.
He has something crazy like 85 or 90 catches already this year.
Yeah.
Like he could have, I think if he stays on pace, he could obliterate Marvin Harrison's catch record.
Wow.
Or whoever else, if somebody else beat him already. But yeah, he's been insane. So I'm
right.
going to go with Jay.
All right, and in the running back position for Jay, we've got James Conner, which I don't believe he's going to play.
I don't think he is either.
And then we got Emballage going up against Tevin Coleman and Carlos Hyde. Just because I don't think Connor's playing, I'm going to give it to Coleman and Hyde.
I'm going to give it to Coleman and Hyde as well. I think Coleman has a good game, and Hyde's not doing much right now. But like you said, Connor's not playing, and Ballage is Ballage. He's
Yeah.
terrible. He's awful.
Does Jay have anybody else on the bench? He could have been playing.
Sony Michelle.
He could have been playing Duke. Yeah, that's a
Could play
good point.
Duke, yeah.
He'll leave that open for Sony.
Yeah. But I'm still going to give it to Justin.
All right. Tight end position, we got Fells going up against Ebron, going head-to-head right now.
Ebron.
Yeah, Ebron as well. He's got a slight edge. He'll probably continue that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We got in the flex your boy Fuller going up against Singletary. I'm gonna go Fuller.
I'm going to go Singletary. Volume, baby.
All right. Well, Fuller's got how many looks already? Well, 3 at least.
Yeah.
All right. Elliott versus Marr.
Mar.
I'm gonna go Elliott.
All right.
And then defense, Chicago going up against the Giants or the Rams going against Baltimore. Chicago.
Yeah, you got to go Chicago.
Yeah. Anybody going against Baltimore this year?
Their defense got a lot better.
Yeah. So who are you gonna take overall?
I am going to take... I think I got to take Jay. I like to root for my boy Jet, but I think Jay has the better squad this week.
Yeah,
Matchups and stuff.
it's hard to say for me. I took Jay's buns.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did, but I took pretty much all. I took all of Jut's meat.
Yeah, you did.
I just had to say it.
I know. Beautiful.
Geez, I don't know. This one really could go either way. Just to be different, I'll give this one to Jut on the strength of Evans and OBJ. This one could go either way. We'll find out. But it's going to be huge. Huge game.
It's going to be huge.
Huge.
And now, the matchup of the week. We have the Springfield Isotopes coming in at 5 and 7 in 7th place.
5 and 6.
5 and 6 in 7th place. Just recently coming off a heartbreaking loss due to the non-performance of his quarterback and the hammy of his wide receiver blowing out, versus the 5 and 6 in 8th place surging Disco Danny AIDS Disco, aka Dad.
Dad. That's good.
Yes. So the quarterbacks, Nick Foles of Jacksonville versus Aaron Rodgers of San Francisco. You gotta go Rodgers.
No way. Not this game, man.
It's because you don't like Rodgers.
And I don't like him playing in San Francisco. I like this game probably, well, nobody really. I was going to say Aaron Jones maybe, but I don't think he's going to perform that well. I'm going to give it to Foles.
Oh, well,
No,
that's
that's not just to spite. Not just to spite.
Don't spite your dad.
Your dad.
Rodgers is going to be playing from behind, I believe, and there's going to be a lot of short intermediate throws.
Yeah, but I don't think he gets a lot of touchdowns.
Huh? All right.
He's not Russell Wilson. He's not Russell Wilson.
Still Aaron Rodgers. He's
Yeah.
Discount double check.
Yeah,
He's got the belt.
I forgot about
So,
that. He
we'll-
does.
we'll see.
He's
We'll
still still got it in the tank. I'll give him that.
Okay. And the wide receivers, we have Julian Edelman, Michael Gallup, who had a monster game last week.
He did.
Tyrell Williams, because of Hill's out, versus Chris Godwin, Cooper Kupp, John Brown.
John Brown.
I gotta go with Disco.
Yeah. Are you doing like a Christopher Walken impersonation? Are you? Because I'm like trying to pick up on it. I was like, you've been weird a little bit here.
I don't know what you're talking about, Brian.
Okay.
Not at all.
It's not bad. I mean, Cooper Kupp pulled through for Disco last week. Didn't do so much against the Steelers. I don't think he even have a target. He might have had a
I
target.
don't know if he had a target. I know he had a bagel, though.
Yeah, he definitely had a bagel. I think he had a
Wasn't
couple.
from Target.
Nah, he probably had a couple targets.
Yeah.
But anyways, I don't think Gallup does as well as against the Patriots as he did versus the Lions.
Right.
I think Edelman will get his points, but yeah, I got overall. John Brown's playing out of his mind right now.
Yeah, I think I criticize. I take it back. John Brown's good.
He's
in that
playing
offense.
really well. I'm gonna give it to Disco as well.
Yep. Yeah, me. Godwin versus Atlanta.
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp is Cooper Kupp. I think Disco's got a really good trio. Craig's is not bad either, but I just feel like the volume is probably more there for Disco's.
Yeah.
All right.
It'll be interesting to see what happens though. What does Belichick do? Does he just try to shut down Amari Cooper? Like, you know.
I think that's what he does. I think he puts Gilmore on.
Yeah.
Gilmore is the shutdown cornerback.
So maybe Gallup will have a good game.
Maybe we'll see.
Yeah, we'll find out.
All right, next on the docket, Aaron Jones versus Jalen Samuels. Not versus.
Yeah.
Aaron Jones and Jalen Samuels versus Le'Veon Bell, who is ticked off about getting 5 random drug tests in 10 weeks. Says, I
didn't
won't
hear
do it
about
anymore.
that.
I'm not doing it anymore,
Wow.
which is a load of crap because if
Yeah,
they
of
come
course
a
it
knocking,
is.
you better come a peeing.
Yep.
And also David Montgomery. I'm gonna go Le'Veon Bell and David Montgomery.
I'm going to go against you there. I'm going to go Jones and Samuels. Samuels is like the check down king right now. Mason Rudolph can't really throw too far, and when he does, he throws picks. Aaron Jones, I hope for Disco's sake, doesn't have a 4-touchdown game. But that's been what he's been doing lately.
That's the thing. Aaron Jones is touchdown dependent.
He is, but has been very dependable. Like, it's not just like one. When he scores, man, he scores.
That San Francisco defensive line, man. Whew.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
That's a tough matchup. I'm going to give the running backs to Craig.
All right. Disco's like, you would do that, Brian.
Of course.
Of course you would.
He's so pissed.
And then I'm saying the right. He's like, that's my boy, Matty. You tell him. I am Bigler. Don't you worry. I won't let you down. All right, tight ends. We've got Jack Doyle doing a little work today. Not going to give you the point, though. Versus Waller the Baller. You got to go with the Baller.
Yeah, you got to go Baller.
Love that guy. Great pickup by Disco there. Great keeper value.
Great draft, right? He drafted him, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. They're like the 12th or 13th or something ridiculous.
Yeah.
All right, in the flex, you took Waller, right?
I did.
All right. In the flex, we've got Tariq Cohen versus Josh Jacobs. And you got to go Jacobs, man. This guy's been a beast lately. Basically, Disco destroyed Tree Sice's team, took his rookie running backs, gave him a kiss on the cheek, and went home packing.
Yep. That's about what happened.
It was a one-night stand. Full Tree Sice.
And all Tree Sice had to look at was picture of Danny.
That's right. And he left the Danny on the bed.
Yep.
Oh, man.
and a rose.
An autograph picture.
All right, yeah, Josh Jacobs.
All right, kickers, we've got Lambo versus Prater. I'm going to go Lambo.
All right, I'll go Prater.
Okay. Defensive, we got New Orleans versus Carolina or San Francisco versus Green Bay. Gotta go New Orleans.
Yeah, all they have to do is shut down McCaffrey. Shut down McCaffrey.
Force Allen to throw.
Yep, exactly. Go New Orleans. Even though they'll shut him down just like they did last week, but McCaffrey still got his 30 points.
Ridiculous. Garbage points, man.
Yeah,
all
insane.
garbage. I couldn't believe it.
Yep.
Let's not talk about
Sorry,
the past.
I did forget.
Let's not bring up the past. No, everybody knows this what happens.
Yeah.
So, but overall, I gotta go Disco. I don't think it's an upset, but it isn't an upset because Craig's 7th place.
Right.
As Craig says, lots of implications here. He's not confident. As well, he also said that he's hoping that he had a couple more wins because he knew this was the week Mahomes and Hill were out.
Yeah.
But no excuses. He still put up a squad that's projected close to what Disco has. And I think that it will be a very good matchup.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good matchup. I know you disagree with this, but I like Craig's Buns in this matchup. But I think that Disco's just got a strong enough lineup. A couple of those guys in there somewhere are going to go off. His lineup is coming together nicely. Not gonna lie, he knows it.
Gonna say honestly,
Yeah.
if you look at that lineup there, what's the weakness? Kicker.
Yeah, not a lot of weaknesses there. That's for sure. I mean Montgomery, just he's okay. That might be a weakness. It's not like a strength, but he's not like a glaring hole either. So
True.
he's serviceable. So yeah, he's got a good squad. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Hope to see him week 15. I really do. That'd be a great playoff matchup. I would love it.
Oh man, he would definitely call in for that one.
Oh yeah.
He'd be like, I don't even own a phone. I'm gonna buy a phone to call in just to talk to you, Brian.
He would go to a payphone and call in.
He would find the only payphone in the Somerset or Cambria
He'd
County.
go to the Galleria or something.
Gallery. Do they have payphones?
They probably do.
sold them to pay rent for some one of their stupid stores.
I don't know, but yeah, I'm gonna give this to Disco. He hates it probably because he probably hates getting both of it. Craig's loving the fact that we're both going against him.
Yep.
But
Even though you like Craig's buns.
I do. This week I do.
Okay.
I just think that this could be the nail in Craig's coffin. He loses, he's out because his point total.
Okay, all right.
You know, I don't think Craig gets in with 6 and 7. I think someone could. I don't
Yeah.
think it's Craig.
All right. Well, yeah. Like second place is 6 and
I know.
or 5, 6 and 5.
Yeah.
11th place is 5 and 6.
Yeah.
We don't know. It's gonna be crazy.
All right. Final thoughts, Delling, on this week 12. Like you just said, we have crazy like 2nd through 11th place. Either you're 6 and 5 or you're 5 and 6. Every matchup except for Tree and I matters in some way or another. I think this week will help determine who gets that second bye. I personally think it's going to be Gags or Josh. If I had to bet, I'd say it's going to be Josh when the dust settles.
Say that again. I wasn't paying attention.
I think Josh gets the second bye when the dust settles after 2 weeks, unless you're able to take him out, right? You played him last week.
Yeah, I would have. Yeah.
But I think that, like Craig said in his recap, we're gonna have a better idea of probably maybe 1st through 4th. You know, like 4 places might be kind of locked up after this week.
Right.
And I think the last week, it'll be probably the last spot or 2 spots everybody will be fighting for, and it'll probably be over points, you know?
Yeah, I agree. It's going to be a tight race. It's all, I don't know. It's about points in the record. It's hard. If you get one more win, you're going to feel great about yourself going to last week. And then you're going to be like, oh crap, how are my point totals going? And did the 6 and 5 teams lose? And it's just a whole lot of malarkey and algorithms going on. Bean's probably losing his mind.
I'm sure he is. I'm sure he is. I don't like the fact that, and I'm not saying this from like a gloating standpoint, but I don't like the fact that most of my matchups don't really matter until week 15. Like, I really just don't like it because I'm just going to be worried about players getting hurt. You know, I got 3 weeks of just watching to see if my players stay healthy, if they're trending in the right way, and
it's interesting.
It is really interesting because there are 3 or 4 solid teams out there. And I think the 5 and 6 are going to be like mediocre, but 3 or 4 solid teams that could easily win this whole thing.
Yeah,
you know?
there are.
So, I mean, if I'm being honest with you, I think it's like me, Josh, probably Gags, and Bigler.
Thank you. Oh, sorry. Gosh, gee willikers.
I think one of those 4 have like the top teams.
Yeah.
And then after that, 2 teams could get in and win it all. You know, the last 2, as you know, 6 seed has won it a lot in this league.
Craig knows.
Yeah.
I believe Jim Crick was 6.
I believe I was 6 when I won it.
Oh, you were 6?
Yeah.
Who would have thought? All that bye weeks mean nothing.
It's true. It's true.
Well, you know, I just hope to make it into the dance.
Yeah, because that's all you need. You need a ticket.
That's right.
You get a
Just
ticket.
looking for somebody to dance
A
with.
ticket to ride.
Ticket to ride. I want to dance with somebody.
That was good. That was better.
Was. And I'll be focusing on my dynasty team.
Of course. Of course, you're dominating that league.
8-1-1.
Yep. Where'd you get that 1-1?
From you, Brian.
Yep.
I don't know how it happened, but it did. But if I can't make the playoffs, I'll try to win a championship in the other league.
You're defending the title there, too?
Yep. So it should be fun.
Yeah.
But I like to talk trash with you guys way more than the dynasty because nobody talks to each other in the dynasty.
It's a dead league.
Yeah, we just show up at the draft and eat the charcuterie.
Ooh, yeah.
Which is delicious this year.
Great spread. Great spread.
Great spread. Justin would have died.
Oh, yeah.
He would have been like, this is the best. I want to quit our league and join this league.
Just for the draft.
Just for the draft. Just for the food. And can we always have it at Jason's?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh my gosh, I completely forgot. I was going to go give you a song to represent my team.
Do you want to do that?
Yes. Please pause. Who's that, Will Fuller? Darn it. You didn't pause.
Sorry.
I just wanted to get my gripe.
All right. Go ahead and get your quick song.
David Byrne and the cast of David Byrne's American Utopia.
All right, this song is here to represent my team. Very special person wrote this song for me, Mr. David Byrne. I messaged him and said, hey, David, long-time fan, first-time writer. Please write a song for my team. I described my season, how I didn't know where I was going to be, and I had no goals. I had no, my team was just in a lull. And he said, happy to do that for you, Matt. It's not like I'm the old lead singer of Talking Heads and I don't have a busy life for it myself. But sure, why not? So without further ado, a little snippet. I mean, because now I'm famous because Michael Rappaport.
Yeah, they must know. They must know.
They're
each
all,
other.
oh my gosh, they're all like, just help out Detling, man. He's the man. So
help him not fuck this up.
yeah, don't fuck this up, man. So here we are. I mean,
Yeah,
it's only
he
one
summed it
sentence,
up.
but it's beautiful the way it's said.
Yeah.
We're on the road to nowhere.
Yeah, he summed that up nicely
We're
for you.
stuck. Yeah.
But after this week, you'll be unstuck.
That's right, because there's going to be a little ha, ha, and a little woo, woo in my game, thanks to Craig's speech. So look out, world.
You really hold on to that speech, huh?
I am. I'm very happy about it. Thank you, Craig. Appreciate it.
All right, I think that's a good place to end. You ready, Detling?
I am. Ha, ha.
All right. You ready, Detling?
I'm ready, Brian. I just like to listen to music. It's really good.